Any thoughts on turkey?
Not like the turkey I've cooked at home.
It's a little different turkey. It's a game show, Nikki. We're talking this thing's out there living, jumping out of trees, being not anymore. There's nothing better than being outside, hunting, fishing, and of course my personal favorite, that'll teach you, cooking and feasting with family and friends.
Et voila.
Nailed it! This is all about cooking wild game, and we're not wasting anything. So good. I'm Elias Cairo, and this is The Game Show. Today on The Game Show, we're talking turkey. There's like one big key takeaway about cooking wild turkeys is that you can't roast them. Like on all of these birds that are out there in the wild, you know, they roost up in trees every single day. They jump out of these trees. They actually fly quite well. And when they land, those little tendons in there, they turn into bones. And so when we pre-braise these things, we're gonna have to pull out all of the tendons. Wild turkey legs and wings sometimes take the longest to braise.
Okay.
I'll kind of just explain what we're making real quick, if that's cool. We're gonna brine and smoke the turkey breasts, and then braise the legs for the gravy.
Delicious.
And so this I did yesterday. I got the braise going, and then we have veg, celery root, carrot, onion, and then pre-cooked potatoes. You're gonna make the gravy, and then we're gonna wrap them in cabbage leaves. We're gonna throw all the cabbage leaves into the smoker, and that should be it. Let's get rolling. What do you think?
Okay.
You should tell me if you do anything different on this. I know you've butchered a gazillion birds yourself. I like when I take the wings off, and I always tell people, you just got to get in there with your fingers because you're just looking for the joint. And I want to keep on this turkey breast, I really like to keep all of this fat on there and try to keep the skin the most. So if I'm going to chintz on my first cut, I'm going to put it up towards the wing, you know, and so I just do a round circle around it. Let you do that? Did I do that right, Sha?
Beautiful.
Sweet. And then for the leg, go ahead and just get in there and put, again, I'm trying to keep the meat on this part of the turkey. So I trim it around there. Get that open. Once you get to here, do you pop? See? And then that little joint pops out. Does that look right? Still doing it right?
Yeah.
Turkey leg,
from you,
thighs.
right?
You bet, yeah. It smells amazing. Whatever you're doing over there.
Right.
Cook
Haven't
it.
even added herbs yet.
Oh, really? So,
I'm gonna add some turkey or chicken stock to the braise.
correct. That smells so good.
How long do you cook this?
200, 220 barely at a simmer, and at 3 hours, I've had it still be chewy. Like sometimes I'll go like 180. If your stove goes out low, put it in and go to sleep.
So bring it up on the stove, put it in a very low oven.
Very low oven.
Go take a nap. Start
6
some
bottles
Thanksgiving
of wine later. Boy,
Hey,
cheeks.
you should do
Our
Thanksgiving.
family, we're gonna be just fine.
The braise will turn into this.
Check. And that's gonna be your base for your gravy. So once you get the herbs and you're happy with it, you're slowly but surely just gonna reduce all that gravy. And then fold in the potatoes and strip the meat off of that. Fold it into your gravy and wrap them in cabbage. What do you think?
I love it. Cabbage has a really rigid spine.
Yep.
We want to take it out so that we can roll it up. You can use a few pieces.
And so those are blanched.
These are blanched in salted water. And then we put them in an ice bath, which kind of like seals them up. They crisp up a little bit.
Sweet.
We need this to roll as nicely as possible. I mean, I'm essentially building a dumpling wrapper. You can use more than one piece of cabbage. It's not thick. Once it's blanched, it's like see-through. So double it up if you need to.
Oh my goodness.
Glutton for punishment, I'm very good at overfilling things.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so they look all great, but are horribly hard to handle.
But then once you get it on a plate, just use a fork and knife. Nobody's judging you on this. This is like big time feasting.
That's amazing. Here's your little pan. We're gonna go right in here.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, yeah. The final one.
Wow. This is like cooler than any turkey meal that I've been involved in before.
Oh, really?
Et voila.
Look at that. You did it.
Did it.
To prop it up, what do you think? Kind of good amount of this in the base of it.
No reason to go.
For this, we're just gonna go straight into the smoker.
Are we talking brine?
We're talking brine.
Tell me what you do.
Ooh, this is great.
It's different for everyone.
I know, I'm really happy about
Very
it.
preference.
I have a ratio.
Okay.
I go for every gallon of liquid,
Okay.
1 cup of salt.
You say liquid, so not just water.
Liquid. Like you can go apple cider. Like for example, this brine that I smoke these in, and you can tell me, I go half apple juice, cider. Sorry. Come at me, chef. Half water, 1 cup salt.
Okay.
Half cup of sugar.
Perfect.
Sweetness, I use brown sugar in mine.
Okay.
I bring that to a simmer. Then I put in spices. So I got coriander, black pepper, juniper, bay. Bring it to a simmer, cool it in my fridge, make sure it's cold. And then I put my turkey breast in there. I brined this yesterday.
Okay.
24 hours.
24 hours.
Yeah. I'm gonna just take it out and go directly onto the smoker. But I kind of like this one at 300. A little hotter, get it kind of smoking, keep it up, and hopefully the skin renders and gets golden. We're done here.
I think we should check it.
Let's do it.
That's its start.
Ah, nailed it. I think. That looks hot. It's gorgeous. Turkey breast is beautiful. Oh, yeah. Oh. That looks pretty freaking delicious. Yeah. I'm just going to slice them into chunks. What do you say? Oh, do it. Maybe the skin did get crunchy. You see, that is going to be delicious.
Who's that big one?
How many does this feed?
Everyone should get a cabbage roll.
So this is
We have 5 rolls in this guy.
leftovers, just enough.
Always. I love leftovers. So
Turkey leftovers.
personally,
Yeah.
leave some leftovers.
Yeah. So eat your cabbage roll first. Get into the gravy and the bits. Have some potatoes, a little bit of white meat, but don't eat all the white meat. So tomorrow we can have our smoked turkey breast sandwiches.
Sounds delightful.
Okay, we're on the same page. Can we cheers and eat?
Some brown ale for you.
Yes.
Cheers.
Thank you so much. Thank everybody that has watched the show. This is what I had an absolute blast. I hope you enjoyed this. Yeah. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.